2 tickets, please.
Welcome back. Episode 3, 2 Tickets Podcast. Me and Tyler here again. We have an interesting one today. Hasn't been any new theatrical releases on a bigger scale that we went to go see in the past week. But we have a couple streaming movies that we've watched. We got a couple fun stuff. We got a little trivia game when we go over. We're going to review The Dink, which is a streaming movie. Came out on Apple TV. It's about pickleball. But we're going to review that briefly. We got some movie news in general, just some news about the movie industry as a whole. We got some exciting news this past weekend from Comic-Con. And we have a couple other things to talk about, a little game to end. Next week will be a big episode for us with Spider-Man Brand New Day coming out Friday. So in 2 days, we will be going to see Spider-Man Brand New Day, and we'll have a lot to talk about next week. But to get into it, we're going to start off discussing The Dink, which is a fun little movie. Came out on Apple TV. It's a sports comedy movie starring Jake Johnson, Ben Stiller, Mary Steenburgen, Ed Harris, Aaron Chen. This is a movie about a guy who's desperate to save a struggling country club and to earn his father's respect. A wash-up tennis pro is compelled to break a sacred vow and do the unthinkable, and that is to play pickleball. What do you think? What's your brief little summary of it?
So I think we watched two stream movies. I'm sure we'll talk about the other one next, but we also watched 72 hours. 72 hours. It should have been 20 minutes. It was too long anyway. But that's the difference with the streaming movies. Like, I think I actually had a good time with The Dink. I don't think it's anything that's great. I don't know if I would really tell someone to go home and watch it right away. But it's one of those that you watch, you don't regret watching, and you'll probably not watch again.
No, I have it. I wrote it down. I think it did exactly what I expected it to do from a viewing perspective. It's not a bad watch, but it's also not one that I'm like, you gotta go watch it, which is kind of expected. It's like, I mean, Apple has bangers, but it's nothing crazy. It's a fun watch, is what I would say. It's a fun watch. There's some good comedic relief, and we both play pickleball, so it's fun. Just a little pickleball movie. It's like cool to see. But I think it did exactly what I expected. It's not going to blow the doors down. It's not like a must watch, but it's a fun one if you have some time. You want to watch something different. I think that's for sure the movie. I have it at a 53 out of 100.
Ooh. I have it at a 57.
Okay.
Yeah, we're right in the same ballpark.
Not
It's
too
what it
far
is.
off. Yeah.
If you ask me to describe like my feelings towards a streaming movie, it's this. It really is. It's as good as a streaming movie to me you can expect. Because on the flip side, when we have a movie like 72 Hours, that was just borderline offensive, is what that is. I don't know if it's a money laundering scheme. I don't know if Netflix just has to spend money in a year for tax rebates. I don't know what it is, but it made me angry.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. Yeah, so
I
we're
kind of jumped the gun. I know you
both
didn't
week
talk about
two.
something or not, but again, I'm so angry that it
No,
needed to be
it's
brought up in this conversation.
it's fine because that's what we talked about after we recorded last week. We're like, oh, we don't have anything to go see this week, but those two both came out on Friday. We're like, all right, we'll watch them and then we'll give a little synopsis of it, whatever. Like, no expectations
Mm-hmm.
really going in. I watched 72 Hours Saturday night. And I think, again, like that kind of did exactly what I thought it was going to do. I had like negative expectations for this movie. Like
Yeah.
I knew it was going to be bad from the first trailer I saw. But that's like, I don't think Netflix really has moved the needle for me with a release
No.
in a
And
while.
it's also one of those things. So I like I said, we like the Dink. There's no argument about that. the storyline of like the age difference couple, I don't know why it made me feel very uncomfortable, especially for the first 20 minutes. They don't address the age thing, so I was like, are they supposed to be like the same age? Are we supposed to believe that? They just don't mention it at all, and then there's like borderline decent sexual tension in the first 30 45, and I'm like, what's going on? And then even when it plays out more and they describe it how that's like one of the jokes, I definitely felt weird about that.
For sure. And so I didn't see like a trailer for this. I just saw that like he was doing, um, was Jake Johnson's was doing a pickleball movie. That's all I saw. I was like, I'll probably watch it. He's a funny guy, whatever. As I started getting into the movie and like that started to all play out, I guess, I mean, we can really just get into it, right? We can just talk about it at this point. It's on streaming. You can watch it if you want, but we're going to discuss some of the movie. So I guess I'll give you the disclaimer of spoilers now. As like it starts to develop and he meets, I forget her name in the movie. What's it?
You're not. It's a stream where you're not
It
supposed to
starts with
remember
a K,
names
right?
of the characters.
It's a fair point. Um, they start to play pickleball together, and like you can kind of just like you get the vibe of like a flirty, like friendly banter, and it's just like slowly becomes more uncomfortable as it goes on with like their relationship, and like just the age difference is just it's very like not creepy, but like you said, like uncomfortable. And then they finally like dive
Something's
into
off.
it,
Like it doesn't
luckily,
feel
and it's not just like this. Yeah, yeah. I mean, they finally discuss it, so it's not like just an elephant in the room. This whole movie where you're just kind of sitting there, like, what is going to happen with this? Like, it finally gets into it. All right, to get into the movie, we have Jake Johnson. He plays Dusty. He's a former tennis pro who works at his father's tennis club. It's like a country club, but for tennis. And his story starts to build up that like, oh, his pro career never worked out because he got hurt, and like that's the story he's telling his friend PJ. And the whole thing with the movie is it's a beef between tennis players and pickleball. Tennis hates pickleball because pickleball is new, it's different. Anyone can play pickleball. Essentially, is what they're saying. Like you don't have to be athletic; you can just pick up a paddle and play. And they mainly show that by portraying like older people in their late 60s or so playing pickleball. So that's the whole beef of the movie. And then, like we talked about the couple, he meets this lady. He tries to kick her out of the country club, first of all. Um, but then he hurts his wrist again. Has to. The doctor's like, "Why don't you try to play pickleball?" He's like, "No, I can't. I can't play pickleball. Pickleball's the worst." Which I think is hilarious. But it comes down to this big break match against Andy Roddick. Andy Roddick's just beating him bad. He's like, I can't play. I can't like. He's like mentally realizing he can't do it. Ends up hurting himself on purpose to get out of it, and then his whole career kind of turmoils. Life is like in shambles essentially. Ends up playing Andy Roddick for like the country club. Like the country club doesn't want pickleball. He's like, you know what? We're gonna make this country club pickleball. His dad brings in Andy Roddick to play against him in tennis. They find out the rules. They make it a pickleball match, which is where like it's this is my favorite part of the movie is this final match. It's great with fuck, why am I drawing a blank on his name? John McEnroe. When he's announcing the match at the end
Oh,
is fucking
yeah, yeah,
hysterical.
that was
Not
good.
in the entire movie, just pops up in the last 20 minutes and just announces this entire match.
And I love how she was like, "Is that who that is?" And he's like, "No, it's just this person with the same face and same body." Like it's just even those like little things just hit in this one for me.
And she's like, "Where are you getting all this information from?" As he just keeps like talking about everything. It's so like that is enjoyable. But essentially,
Yeah,
he ends up
enjoyable
beating.
was the perfect word. It's not a great movie, but it's
Yeah,
enjoyable. That's
no, like there, it's corny. The comedy's not. I'm not. It's not crack up laughing. Like you're not dying laughing the whole time.
hmm
But there's good one-liners. There's good parts to it. I think it does its job as like a turn your brain off, pop on a streaming service, and watch a movie for what is it, an hour 45 maybe.
Yeah, and I thought Jake Johnson was good. I also thought his buddy J was it JP? What's his name? Aaron Chen.
PJ,
PJ.
yeah,
I thought he was really funny. And then the scene with the doctor, where Ben Stiller is the doctor, that was funny too. I wasn't expecting him to be in this, and he just keeps
Me
telling this
either.
he's like just don't jerk off. He just keeps- I feel like you don't need to tell me that.
That is a good joke, especially at the end when he like his wrist is healed
Hmm.
and he's dude, what does he say? He was like, "Feel free to like let one explode or something," and he
And
goes like this, and he's like, "You're talking about tennis, right?" He goes, "Yeah,
even what he was doing, he was like pulling the lemon.
yeah." It's like that kind of just like dumb comedy throughout that
Yeah.
makes it just like very average movie, good laughs.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I think it's good. It was funny to see that because, like you said, we obviously play pickleball, and it really is like that with tennis people. Like it's just they just look so down on pickleball, and it's like we're just trying to have fun here. So it's cool to see that. Obviously, it's um, super hyperbole to this, but it's yeah, it's a movie, hour 45, easy watch. I'll never watch it again, but
No,
fine.
it does its job. I think that's like the best I could say about it. It's like it does its job to entertain you for an hour 45 on like a unique subject matter and something that's like kind of current, especially for like if you're into pickleball or like just sports stuff. Like it's a fun little comedy. Does
Yeah,
its job.
and respectfully, anyone in that movie, based off what I saw, smoking doubles.
Oh, for sure,
All everyone in that movie was dog shit.
for sure.
But I will say, I think especially with sports movies, it's so tough when you watch a sport being played and it's the sport itself. You can just tell that person's never played. In this one, I know pickleball is super easy to play and everyone can do it. That's kind of the premise. But everyone did seem like they knew how to play, which I thought was good. Because I think if you just had a bunch of people swinging and hitting the balls and you could tell they're going every which way, I think it goes from enjoyable and decent to like bad.
I agree with that actually 100%. Like it didn't look like that's is my biggest gripe with sports movies, and I think more specifically with like shows and movies when it comes to football
Yeah,
is how
football
you
and
can
basketball especially.
tell,
Yeah.
especially just by the equipment with football, is like you can tell like this is about to be a
Yeah.
really shitty. And like with this movie, it's like you said, it's like it wasn't noticeably like bad. Like it
Yeah.
looked like they all knew a decent amount of how to actually swing a paddle, and like they discussed the rules a little bit, which is funny. Like the kitchen and like all the jokes with the kitchen were great, which I might kind of steal some of those. Um, but yes, it did. It looked good, which is my biggest gripe. I think with sports movies, especially like I'm not gonna say the cheaper ones, but not a high budget film
Yeah.
where it's like you can obviously tell like these people have no idea what they're doing.
And
So I
great
do
segue
give
because speaking of people who don't know what they're doing, it leads to the movie that we're going to review next.
yeah. So to get into things that were done terribly, we can talk about 72 Hours. I had a stroke trying to say that. 72 Hours, which came out Friday on Netflix. It's a Kevin Hart movie. Uh, it kind of goes back to what we talked about in episode one about just the comedy genre in movies coming out. It's just not good. Um, so this came out. It has Kevin Hart, Marcelo Hernandez, Cam Patterson, Mason Gooding, Tiana Taylor, Ben Marshall. It is a comedy about a 40-year-old executive who ends up at a 3-day bachelor party with 20 somethings after being mistakenly included into their group chat. So I saw the trailer for this like a week and a half ago. It popped up on TikTok as I was scrolling. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, this is going to be terrible. And I was thinking maybe it could fool me. Like, I think all of those people individually do good things. Like the SNL guys with Marcelo, Cam, like I laugh at their comedy and stuff, and like the SNL funny. Kevin Hart hasn't really moved the needle for me in the past few years, but in his own right is a legend, and he has great stand-ups back in the day. Like Kevin Hart is objectively he's funny. What he's been doing recently in the past couple years, not my type of thing. And this falls right into that category of just a miss for me. And I didn't look into the budget. but whatever it is was way too much money. Yeah, I mean, you give your take on it because I know you
Yeah, so
utterly hated this.
I didn't see anything about it until you mentioned that. I don't know if you said you were gonna watch it or that we should watch it or you'd watch it, whatever it is. So I went into it completely blind. I gave it a 6. I gave it 2 points for being a movie, 2 points for the 2 times I laughed, and then two so that I didn't give it a 4. I thought 4 was a little too low. Um, I don't know at what level Kevin Hart has that he can just do whatever he wants, but this should be the end of it. Because it had to be written. People had to write and read the words of things that were happening in this movie and being like, "Yep, looks good, move on." Then each individual actor had to receive the script and read it and be like, "Yep, I'm in." They filmed it and they called cut and they all looked around like, "Yeah, that scene did it." And then they edited it and put it out to Netflix. And that's the part that feels offensive. Because how do you go through all those 4 stages and be like, "We got something here. Let's do it." I don't know if it's money laundering. I don't know if Kevin Hart has some sort of big secrets from someone at Netflix, but I'm done with it. I think this will be the last Kevin Hart movie I watch. Maybe Jumanji in December, and then I'm out. I don't even know if he's in that one. I liked Cam Patterson. I don't know who that is, but I liked him in that. He was funny. And Michael Mando. He just kind of brings a presence. He doesn't really do anything, but anytime I see him on screen for whatever reason, I'm like, I like him. It might just be an aura thing. I don't know. I'm trying to think. It also pissed me off. So I did laugh a couple times, and that made me angrier because you get 20 minutes of just people calling either Kevin Hart old or him doing drugs or drinking alcohol, and then you'll get one offhanded comment that makes you laugh, and then you're back in the trenches for 20 minutes until your next laugh. So that's where my two laughs came from. They came at the 40-minute mark, and then again at the 60-minute mark, and then there was not one at the end. So yeah, I hated it. I hope we never have to talk about it again. Once you're done yours, I never want to hear about it again. And that's it.
I can't wait to clip that. Um, so like I said, you don't know who Cam Patterson is? You don't watch Kill Tony?
I'm not a Kill Tony guy.
So that's where he like started. Like he blew up when he got on to Kill Tony. And his
Oh,
one thing was
is
he's
he
the
the
rock
rock?
guy. He's the
I've
rock
seen the
guy.
rock video. That's right. As soon as you said that, yeah.
Yes. He is on SNL now. He's killing it. Objectively killing it. He's funny. Yeah, he's on SNL.
Because that's where Marcelo's from, right? I've seen his.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think he's funny. I don't think.
I like
I think it's a
Marcello.
me thing, right? Like I just
Which
don't like him. He's not bad.
I think it depends on what he's doing. I think some of the sketches on SNL that he does are funny. He just
Mm-hmm.
hosted the ESPYs. He had some good jokes for
Yeah,
that.
Marcelo did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. The first thing I ever saw of him was that one like a year ago that went super viral. What was that? Something about a boyfriend. That song he like sung, and it was
Yeah.
everywhere. And then from
It
that,
was like
it
the
too
spoof
much.
of the Sabrina Carpenter song.
Was that what it was? I didn't even know that. I thought
Yeah.
it was an original skit.
Obviously, like, all right. So this is how I'll start this before I get into the movie. Kevin Hart has been doing like these kind of movies for a while, so this I expect this from him. Now, granted, I gotta remember his name to be exact. So Mason Gooding, he I'm not gonna say he's a great actor, but he's been in bigger movie, like he's in the Scream franchise, like he's
He looked,
done
he looked
better.
really familiar. Yeah.
So he's had better performances. I was shocked to see him in this movie because I also don't see him as just like a comedy guy either.
He wasn't super funny, which I don't think was a problem because he also didn't
Mm-mm.
have a bad scene. Like you said, he seemed like a real actor that was just put in this movie for some reason and didn't have a specific role.
Yeah, and like I'm not gonna say that he's like a fantastic actor. I think
Hmm.
he's a better actor than this movie.
I think that's probably fair. He seemed like it. I don't know why
Granted,
his
I
face
mean
that
a
just looks
lot of them.
so familiar. I swore I looked into his filmography for like 20 minutes trying to find what I know him from, and there's nothing I know him from, but he just looks so familiar.
He's in the Scream movies,
I don't watch any of the.
5, 6, and 7.
I kind of thought, not that I've seen it, but he almost like looks like he was in Bridgerton or like something. I don't know why.
I've
Yeah,
never watched it, so I wouldn't be able to tell you.
I mean I
But
looked it up,
I
so
fair play. Um, yeah, I was just his casting was surprising when I saw him in this. I was like, it's just you have a whole lineup of comedians. I guess you do need to kind of throw in like actors into this movie, right? It can't just all be comedians.
yeah, then it might be
But
shit. God forbid.
but I was a little shocked. He definitely felt like I don't know. It's hard to even say like if he fit into this movie because it just wasn't great.
Yeah, I don't think
I
any
gave
of
it
it.
a 1.5
You had a
out of
one and
five
a half.
on. Listen, I feel like I'm overly generous on Letterboxd. I gave it a
One
one
and
and
a
a half. Yes, yes, yes.
half.
I'm gonna get into my number. I'm gonna get into my number. A 1.5 on Letterboxd out of five, which would technically put it in like the 30 range. It's not even close. I think I would probably give it like a 13 or
Yeah,
14.
that's what the
Like it's just
transition from letterbox to me to 0 to 100 is so different. I know it
yes,
doesn't make sense. I can't explain why not, but it just doesn't.
yeah. So I gave it a 1.5 because I think I'm an overly generous person on Letterboxd, but this movie was not good. I honestly think, like you said, you had a couple laughs. I think the end of the movie, post credits, when they're showing bloopers, is when I laughed the
Hmm.
most. They
I
were
think that
showing
would
like
be true
scenes
for me.
where,
That would be true for me. I love bloopers too. I was just so frustrated by the end of the movie that I just wanted it to be over. I still watched them, but like it genuinely made me angry. Like it was offensive.
yeah, I think it was just more like seeing Cam Patterson like fuck up lines, which is how I fully
Yeah,
expected like his
that's
first. I'm pretty sure this is his first movie, so I fully expected it to go that way. So seeing that made me laugh, and I think that was the most I laughed was at the end of the movie, past the credits, watching the bloopers.
mhm.
It just like
The
the cocaine
cringiest scene
thing
is when
when he
he
turns,
does the coke and he turns into his alter ego on the boat. Like it was just such a weird scene.
and it
Kevin
they
Hart, I feel
brought
like
it
Kevin
back at
Hart.
the end of the movie.
What?
I said they brought that back at the end of the movie too. It's like you had that scene
Yeah,
in the
as if we
beginning
didn't
when he
call
turns
that.
his alter ego. They're like, you know what? We need to do this again.
Yeah, that's a really good. They took the worst part of the movies, like let's use that as a callback, and the main part of the finish of the finale. I feel like Kevin Hart right now, like you said, he's great, and I love it. Central Intelligence, all those early movies, even though he's the same thing in each of those movies, I think they're funny, like they're fine. But he just has been drug out so long, and he it just was stinker after stinker. I think I'm finally tapped out. I was a Kevin Hart guy. I think I'm tapped out. He's like Shaq at the end of his career, where he's just bouncing around from team to team, and people are pretending like, oh yeah, we got Shaq. It's still Shaq, and it's like, oh nice, Kevin Hart's in a new movie. It's like, okay, we're just how many more are we gonna give him?
Yeah, I think that's why I watched it. Obviously, it's like you see Kevin Hart, you're like maybe it's not going to be this bad. It was that bad, and I do agree. It's like, and if you watched his roast, they all brought it up. It's like anything he does now. It's like obviously they're joking about it, but it's so true.
But that's what I mean. Like, how does that, like, if people like us recognize it, he's getting made fun of there. So obviously people in his circle know. It's like, why are you still doing? I guess money, right? Money's the answer. But at
It
some point,
has
you
to
have
be,
to have some pride.
dude. I don't know.
And it's funny. So I still for streaming, these two movies are at the end of the spectrum here. Like one I really hate, one's fine, good to upper. But either way, I have yet to see. There's maybe a two or three movie exception. I'll put an asterisk on it. A straight to streaming movie that I would watch again. There's movies I've watched and I liked from streaming, but none that I'm like, wow, that's very good, and I would watch that again. And I feel like it's turning into. We actually, it's funny because we just talked about this before. I feel like it's like people talk about Sheen, where people will go. It's like fast fashion. I feel like streaming movies are fast cinema. You go to Shein and you buy this shirt that you wear once and throw away. These are all just movies that you watch once, and I guess it's just so many people that want to see what it's about because Kevin Hart's in it, and they watch once, they don't like it, never watch again, but it's enough views that they don't care if people watch it again. But I hate it, and it's disgusting. Like they make a movie in order to get people to only watch it once and never again, and that's what this one felt like. Well, they both feel like that. All I think all streaming movies feel like that. I actually don't know what's the best straight to stream movie that you can think of, or that you even if we like do a quick Google. I don't. I actually wrote down a couple. The only ones that I think are even slightly above decent is Prey. I think that was like a Prime movie, that Predator spin. I don't know, a spin off or prequel. That one was fun. Glass Onion, I guess you can count, but it was so big from the first one that I don't think it's. If it does count, that one's well above average. It's probably the number one straight to streaming movie I've ever seen. Soul was a big one. I'm just not an animated guy, so it didn't really hit, but people love Soul. Um, Enola Holmes and Apex. So out of however long we've been doing stream movies, I have four that I would say I above average enjoy. And I'm curious if other people feel like that. Like I don't know. Am I the only one that just doesn't like streaming movies? I have to be, or else they would stop making them. But I don't get it. I don't enjoy them.
They have to have their fans. Like they're making money somehow, right? So they're gonna continue to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I do agree. I don't know. Did Glass Onion get like a small release like the rest of them,
I think
or
it's the
was
only
that
one because that was the COVID one. I think. So I think it didn't get a theatrical release. The other ones did like a 2 week window, so I don't think those count. If those count, then those are the cream of the crop because those are fantastic movies. Even the
absolutely?
Californians people don't like, but I still really like it.
Knives Out got an actual theatrical release because I
Right.
saw that in theaters.
I did. And the third one,
Yes,
yeah.
but that was again like brief. But after the first one, I think Netflix he had the deal with Netflix or whatever for the next two. Back to the streaming movies. Yeah, I don't know. Was that movie? What is it? Um, Apex. Was that
Yeah,
a streaming movie
yeah, it
that
was, and
just
I
came
enjoyed
out?
it. Yes, I mean, I watched it. I enjoyed it. It was shot really well. The acting
Yeah,
was good, but I still would. That one you might be able to get me to watch again. Like if I was with you, and you're like I've never seen it, let's watch it. Sure, but I'm never going out of my way to watch it, even though I liked it. It's just not that good.
I think it's slightly. I have to go back and look. I watched it. That was a couple months ago.
Hmm.
Above average, I would have it at, I believe.
Yeah, I think
So
mine was
yes,
low 70s, high 60s is what I would have given it. I should assume.
probably. But yeah, dude, offhand, like straight to streaming movie, really don't know.
Because there's good streaming movies, but they're like F1. F1's an Apple movie, but it's not straight to streaming. Obviously, I went to theaters, had IMAX and everything. That's a fantastic one of my favorite movies. So I don't know what other
I don't
ones.
remember. I do agree. The Enola Holmes movies.
Yeah, they were cool.
I didn't watch the third one. Did you watch the third one?
I honestly don't think I saw the second one, just because I saw the first one. I feel like that was I don't know what more I
Fair.
love.
The third one just came out like a couple weeks
Uh,
ago.
Heard nothing about it.
Me either. I think I saw it while I was clicking through. Dude, I really don't know. I think you stumped me on this. Straight to streaming, I don't know.
It's tough because documentaries is the only thing that I enjoy that are straight to streaming sometimes,
Y-
and
Yeah, but
they're so niche and like whatever. But movies don't have any.
no, obviously, like TV shows streaming, yeah, like you get bangers.
Oh,
But
yeah, especially Apple.
movie wise,
That might be a good one to do eventually. Just rank all
I think
time
we
streaming
should.
movies.
Was Carrie on a straight to streaming, or did that get a
I believe
theatrical?
was.
I remember enjoying that one.
Yeah, that would probably be right below Apex for me. I enjoyed Apex more, but I thought it was still
Same
solid.
guy, so I guess that plays. Damn, that's a good question. I'm definitely gonna have to look. I think we'll have to make a segment out of that on one of our next episodes coming up. Just ranking or picking out like good straight to streaming movies.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a short episode.
Well, yeah. I mean, if that's all we're gonna talk about, it's gonna be quick. But do you want to play the game or do you want to get into some of the news?
Let's go news first, and then we'll go games.
Okay, so I think big topic we'll save for later because we're gonna get into a little Marvel stuff later. We're gonna save the Comic Con news till the end of this little segment. But we'll get into what I think is a big news for people like us and that enjoy watching movies, enjoy the community of people that watch movies and have the app Letterbox, which I think has blown up massively in the last 2 to 3 years, I would say.
Yeah, I've been using it for a couple years now, and right around there, 2 or 3, I would say it, and people were like, "What are you talking about?" Like, well, I've never heard of that. And now I see it on Twitter all the time. I see people. I just saw a purple when I was at Odyssey for 70 millimeter. Someone was wearing a Letterbox shirt. Like
That's crazy.
it's blowing up, which is cool because it's a really cool app for people that are into movies.
Yes, you got me into Letterboxd, and then from there, I've gotten a couple friends into it. I think one, it's cool to just see the common person review of movies. Obviously, you can go in. There's people that are a little more critical and more, I guess you could say, qualified with writing reviews and ratings on the app. But like the majority, it's your average to a slightly above average movie viewer, and you can see the reviews, like see what they thought of movies that you're interested in watching. But it's also fun that like we follow each other, we follow our friends, like we can see what our friends are watching. It's a fun app to have, especially if you're watching a ton of movies throughout the year. So recently, the news is Letterbox is for sale, which could be a really good thing or could be a really bad thing for people like us. So Letterbox is free, but they have Pro and Patreon. Like they have tiers that you can subscribe to get different perks and stuff like that.
Bro,
But
no big deal.
according to, all right, dude, I got the free version. No big deal. Its estimated worth is around $250 million, which is kind of shocking because I feel like it's blown up in the last 3 years. But then again, the company's 15 years old, so
Which is crazy. I would consider myself more into movies than the average person, and I had never heard of it until 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago.
yeah. But the news and why it's like being talked about a ton, I've seen a ton of podcast clips about it, is there's companies like Netflix, Sony, and Paramount all in talks to attempt to acquire this. And for people like us, I feel like if a movie studio acquires this, I think it could really diminish the meaning of the app and like the enjoyability of using it for like the everyday person. Like I feel like,
That's kind of like what
wouldn't
I'm
you
trying.
agree?
What would the pros and cons be for the people who use it, right? Like I don't care about the macro aspect, but for the everyday use of it, what does that look like? And I don't. That sucks because that's something you won't know until it's sold.
Yeah. Like if they're willing to, which it's not going to happen because if a big company's like that's going to buy it, they're going to make changes and it's going to they're going to disrupt something one way or the other. What it's going to be, I really have no idea. But my thought process is like, if someone's going to buy it, just because, like, all right, say whoever's been running it for the past however many years, I don't know if the same people have owned it for the past 15 years. If they're going to buy it and just keep it just because, like, these people want out and, like, it's at its high, so they're just trying to make the money and get out of it, and whoever buys it's just going to keep it the same, maybe make a couple adjustments, cool. But I feel like if a big studio buys it, it's going to change like the whole complexion of the app in some sort of way, and to like people like us and like even lower that like not as big movie people that still use the app, I think it's going to ruin the experience in some way. I don't know that, obviously, like you said, like we're not going to know until the sale is done, but it's just an interesting thing, like how much more do these studios need? Like why do you need this app that really, I mean, I guess it's because it's gotten bigger. Like the ratings on this mean a little more to like if someone wants to watch a movie. I know that's the first thing I do usually is I go look at Letterbox because I
Instantly,
think it
yeah.
gives like I'm not a big Rotten Tomatoes guy like because you can never really tell with the critics like IMDb. Like I go right to Letterbox to see what essentially the average viewer is saying or rating this movie. So I don't want to lose that aspect of this if it gets sold to one of these bigger companies.
Right.
And like they're
Um,
not going to buy it if they don't have bigger plans for it, which is what's
yeah,
interesting.
I think I'm always more optimistic when we talk about this stuff. Like when stuff gets bought or sold, like I think I always lean that way versus when like your takes on it. So I there are cool things that they could do, especially the big companies like Netflix, Paramount, Sony are all in talks to buy. I'm sure other like major companies. But if they're all movie companies that buy it, there are cool things that you could do, right? Because maybe they'll integrate it where it can pull your algorithm for movies that you like and give a more accurate recommendation for movies, or just I don't know, little things like that, because there's I feel like there is a lot of things that could be done for Letterbox, but it's still small where they don't have the funding for it. So maybe it's more of, like you said, they want out when it's the most valuable, they're going to sell it, and they just don't have enough money to put into it, because like you said, you get it, you use it for free. I think almost everyone I know uses it for free. I'm pro because I'm better than all of you, but it if they improve it enough where people want to pay for it, and then that money goes back into the app, that could be cool.
I don't disagree with you. I think I like to play devil's advocate more
Yeah, for
and
sure.
being a little more half empty than half full type of guy.
And that way you're
Um,
not disappointed if they do rotate.
correct. What MJ say in No Way Home? It's better to expect you
Yeah,
expect disappointment, you don't get disappointed or whatever.
yeah.
That's kind of how I am, especially with stuff. Cause like, dude, I don't like change. You know what I mean? I like my app. I like going on, make it like it's fun, it's
And the
easy.
best part of Letterboxd, there's so many different levels that you can enjoy it at. Not so many, but there are different levels that you can enjoy it at, right? Because, like you said, you can write the reviews. I've logged, I don't know how many, 1,300 movies in there, and I don't know if I've written a single review ever. I like to just log mine and then keep the track. But you can review it. You can join groups in there. You can, like you said, the following. It's just there's so many different ways to enjoy it.
Yeah, you can make you have an easy watch list you can keep on there. Like you don't have to do a notes app on your phone for a
Yeah,
watch list. You can keep it right in there. You can
that's
do like you can rank movies in there and have your
yeah.
own
Which I just
rankings.
started. I just saw, and you're always learning stuff when people post about it because there's
Hmm.
not much stuff. I mean, there's a lot of things to do in it. But I just saw about the list. We just started doing the 2026 list, which was cool. Um, the fact that you can put like your top four on your profile, like just little things like that are neat.
That I think is the coolest aspect because obviously I've rotated my top four a bunch because I don't have a top four all time because there's still movies like I know like Shawshank's one of my favorite movies. I don't think I've watched it while I've had Letterbox to review it, so I'm not going to put it in my top four, but it's up there. But it's like stuff like that you can go on and see, like, oh, what do you think? Like Bob's top four is like one of your friends. You just go on, you can see like, oh, that's interesting,
Yeah,
or even like other people like podcasters, like you watch their clips, but like maybe you don't see that and you follow them on there. You can go in and see like, oh, this is their top four movies. It's very cool and like it kind of builds like a little community of like movie people, even if you don't know each other,
that's it. Right.
right?
It builds a feel of community in the movie world, which is cool. Which sounds dorky and a little extreme, but like it is cool because
Yeah,
it's not so niche, but to get be into it that much is niche. So it's cool to be able to share it with other people.
yeah. I mean, it may be dorky, but we're also sitting here every week for an hour talking about movies. So like for us, it's fun and like
And it's
it's
cool
enjoyable.
because, like you said, when you go in to look at a movie, you go in Letterbox, and it's cool because it
Mhm.
has the aggregate of everyone that uses Letterbox. But then right under it, anyone you follow, it shows their individual score. So like even that part's cool.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know when this is gonna happen. I don't know even if it's gonna happen, right? Like they say it's for sale, maybe they decide, you know what, we're gonna hold on to it and just keep riding it out and grow it the way we want.
Yeah,
But only time will tell. I just think it's like an interesting thing for I get more of like our demographic of movie goers. I think is more important, like more interesting to see what happens with it.
you're right. And
But
actually, that brings up a good topic because, like I said, I was talking to you about Letterbox for a good bit before you got it because I do think explaining it doesn't really do it justice until you use it a couple times and you like it. And because it's such a small app, so I try to get everyone in on it as possible so it doesn't get shut down. But it's good now. It's so good it's for sale. My buddy Ryan, I just got it, and he was using the watch list for like new movies that he's never seen that he wants to watch. But I use it for, so I got it 2 years ago. Obviously, I've watched a ton of movies before then. I treat it as a watch list for any new movie that I want to see, any movie that someone recommended, or movies that I know I've seen. But like you said, Shawshank, absolute banger, seen it a bunch, but haven't watched it since I got the app. So it goes in my watch list, even though I've seen it. So do you use the watch list like that, or do you only do new movies?
I'm so bad at this, right? It's like the same as making playlists for me on Spotify or something. I'm terrible with it. I always say, it's like, dude, I gotta start using the watch list. Gotta start using the watch list because I'll see a movie and I'm like, ooh, I want to watch that. and
Yeah.
I'll forget to do it, and I'm like, and then I go down to sit, watch a movie, I'm like, fuck, I forget what that movie was called.
Hmm.
But I did start a watch list. It's been all movies so far that have come out this year that I haven't. But I am gonna
Well,
start
you
to do
said the
kind of
first
like
time
what
you
you
used watch list at all was this year?
on Letterbox. Like I
Wow.
had, like I said earlier, like I would do my notes app,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
sometimes I would forget to do that.
Right.
But yeah, this is the
Okay.
first year I've started to use my watch list, and it's as of right now, it's only movies that have come out that I haven't seen yet. But
Hmm.
I am gonna start to use it like you, like I said, like Shawshank. If I have a nice Sunday, I'll probably sit down and rewatch it. It's a banger.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
like I would do stuff like that. I just recently watched The Prestige. Like I probably would have put it on there in that category of like a movie I've seen, but it's been years since I've seen it.
Yeah.
So stuff like that. I'm definitely gonna start using the watch list more, just so I can keep track and I don't forget what I wanted to watch when
Yeah.
it comes time to sit down and watch a movie.
And have you? I'm just because I guess we just know that we both haven't. We don't talk about it a ton. But did you make a list for 2026 movies that you keep track of or no?
Mm-mm.
Okay, because this is the first year I've done it. It is kind of fun. It's just an extra little because you only use Netflix or Letterbox to log a movie and then you get off. So it's just cool to log it and then put it in the list and put it there. It was I saw somebody talk about it on TikTok or Twitter or something. I was like, I'll give it a go. It was fun.
I was thinking as I was sitting down thinking about what we should do today for the episode. I was like, oh, we should probably like go over like some of our 2026 watches and where they fall. So
Hmm.
that is a good one. I'll probably sit down after this episode and I'll just log all the movies I've watched from this year in a list.
Yeah, I don't. You know what's funny is we didn't talk about, but speaking of offensive in a movie that legitimately makes me angry to talk about, Disclosure Day, I put Dink 5 spots above Disclosure Day for my 2026 list.
See,
That's how much I hate it and how much
we
it
uh, we talked about maybe doing that as the topic for this episode,
mm.
but it's been like I saw it release week, you saw it release week. It's been a while since I've seen it.
And I feel like if we have to talk about it, I would have to watch it again to be top of mind. And you cannot force me to watch Disclosure Day. I feel like I'm being. We talked about. Oh yeah, we talked about this after we saw it. I feel like I'm being gaslit on Disclosure Day, because I saw it and it was just. It wasn't even like for me. It was bad. And I keep seeing tweets about how good it was. People said they've seen it 2 or 3 times. It has like a 90 or something crazy. Like, what? And that's one where
This is
I'll just step back. Like I'm obviously wrong, but I'm staying on my point.
which I respect. I think we talked about it right after because I watched it that Friday, and I think you watched it a couple days after because I was
That's Sunday.
waiting for
Yeah.
you
Hmm.
to watch it, and I think it's the first time I beat you to a movie,
In a while, yeah.
and this is also the first time we've been so off.
We've never
Like,
been
we're
more off.
usually
Yeah.
very close, and in terms of letterbox, like a star to
A star max. I would say a star
yeah,
max.
a
Yeah.
star max off. This was the first time we've been completely off.
Yeah. What did you? I kind of forget what
I
I.
gave it a 3, I think, and I think you had it a 1.5, maybe.
Yeah, you had three. You had a 3.5, and I gave it a
Gave
one.
it a 3.5.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Dude, I don't know what I swear to God, Spielberg paid to like gas the theaters with some sort of mind altering drug at every screening except the one I was at because what you said it being 3.5, that might be low for. I saw people in Letterbox. Hold on, where's my? Let me go to my friends list. I don't get it. I shouldn't have got down this tangent because it's just gonna piss me off. But I don't get it. Yeah, so 4 people have seen it on my letterbox, and it's a 3, a 4.5, a 4, a 3.5, and then I give it a 1. So I don't know. I would love someone who gave it a 4.5. I'd like to just have a conversation with them, like a legitimate, like just tell me what I missed. I don't know.
So when we talked about it, right after you got home, we might even talked about it Monday, like
It
the
was the
day
next day. I
after
was
you
too
watched it. Yeah.
frustrated the night of to talk about it. You were like, here, like, call me, let's talk about it. I said, I can't. I need 12 hours.
As you explained it to me, I remember like thinking of like, oh, I can see what you mean in those parts. And a lot of it, like you said, I remember you bringing up like the CGI of like the animals in it. Like I like as I thought about it, I was like, oh, like yeah, he's right, and like some of the scenes, was like, oh, like maybe yeah. I'd have to rewatch it, and I think which is why I'm glad we decided not to like rewatch it and then do this episode on it. I think I would be much lower after like you saying all that.
Mm-hmm.
But I just remember leaving the theater. I told you, like, this was my selling point. Because when I reviewed it, it was as soon as I sat down in the car
Mm-hmm.
after walking out of the theater. I went in the letterbox, put it in. That final, I won't even say I don't even think it was 30 minutes of the movie. So I don't even know if we could say the whole third act. It's just that final scene of the movie when they're in the news studio and
Yeah.
they're showing all the clips, just the delivery of the lines from the actual news anchor, um, and just Emily Blunt, like not Emily Blunt, right? Is it Emily Blunt?
I think it is Emily Blunt. Yeah.
Emily Blunt, dude, I just felt so captivated watching like the newscast. Like I felt like I was actually sitting down and watching the news, and I think that's what really so because that end was typical Spielberg, the way he worked the camera,
That's the
the
only thing.
way it was shot.
Yeah.
And I think that's what sold me so high on the movie is because when I left the theater, I was just like so in awe of that last like let's just call it 20 minutes of the
That's, I
movie.
think, closer to 15, 20. Yeah. And I agree.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that just drowned out like the other is what a 2 hour movie probably
No, that's the. But that was my other gripe. It's like 2:30.
is. See, it didn't even feel like a 2:30 watch with how good that end
Oh, see, I want to snap my pen in half when you say it.
was.
And I agree. I think the last whatever we'll give it 20 minutes. As soon as they're in the newscast, that is the best part of the movie. But the best part of shit is still a piece of shit. So like I don't it has scenes in it that just make me so angry. There's this spoiler. If you haven't seen it, don't see it. But just in case, there's a scene where is it Josh O'Connor? Is he is that his name? The main guy. He is like trying to sneak past maybe 20, 25 like very secret professional agents, and it's one of those fences where it's just two pieces of wood by this, and it's just a mile long, and he's just like literally sneaking. Like it looks like a parody. He's sneaking through this fence, but you can see you can't even see through the fence. There's just no fence, and he doesn't get seen. Then he steals a car, and in the process of driving away, runs into a tree and then backs into a tree and then into a tree and then backs into a tree. And guess what? He still gets away. It's just I don't. Emily Blunt was the best part of the movie for sure. Like she wasn't the problem.
She crushed.
Yeah, but it just and I really like damn, what's his name, son? Her boyfriend in the movie or fiance. I like him. He was just so miscast in
Wyatt Russell.
Wyatt Russell. Like he's funny, and even some of the one-liners were like fine, but they just didn't fit the tone of the movie, or maybe it was I don't know what it was. Something just felt so off with that when usually really like him.
Yeah, I agree. I think this one, dude, I think I have to rewatch this movie whenever it comes out on streaming. I'll rewatch it
Okay.
because I don't know. We've never been this off on a movie, and it's either you're just completely wrong,
Mm-hmm.
not wrong. Obviously, like it's your opinion. Like you just didn't
No,
enjoy the movie.
very much. With something like this, I think I'd almost have to say that I'm wrong because it's so far off. And it's not just you; it's the majority of people.
I know. I think obviously, like I know where I got my rating. Like that final was just so captivating to me that like that experience was awesome. Like I blocked out all the like you said like once you said the shitty scenes, I was like, oh well, yeah. But like I was so sold in that final 20.
And dude, the thing with that, see, I'm gonna, man, I should have never done. They're the little magic stick they have, and like how you use it, you just do that. It just the little thing you could just. It's Spielberg, right? Like that's the thing too. It's the fact that it's Spielberg and it's a summer blockbuster. Expectations are high. Like this isn't some no name director. This isn't some bullshit movie that's coming out on streaming. It's supposed to be good. It's supposed to have intention, and it's just so goofy and dumb and
I also think it could have been the fact that you were excited for it. You were because you texted me like I wasn't originally going to try to see it like that Friday.
yeah.
You were like, it's Spielberg and Aliens. I was like, oh, you're right. I gotta
I
go see
would.
it Friday.
That's what so I don't watch trailers, but I'll watch teasers. And when the teaser came out forever ago, like months and months and months ago, that's when I texted you. I said, Spielberg, Alien, Summer, I'm in. Can't miss. I went going in, talking to my buddy Ryan. We were like, what's the ceiling? I was like, the floor is like 80 for this, for me. Like, it's going to be a banger. And even the first legitimately maybe 45 minutes where it just throws you into it, which I'm fine with. You don't need to over explain the movie. But 45 minutes of complete confusion for me, that's just on a 2.5 hour movie is just we looked over at each other maybe two times in that time. Like what's we felt like we came into the movie late. We're like, what's going on? So
Yeah,
I think it could very well be because like you said, I'm a Letterboxd pro, so I know what I'm talking about. But it's a very good chance that it's not a bad movie. It's just multiple things that are 50-50 that could hit for people, and I just went 0 for whatever, 6, however many there is, and they just nothing clicked for me. Because I like Josh O'Connor. I like him. I like Emily Blunt. I like Wyatt Earp. So
I
I go,
like the cast.
Wyatt
The
Earp, Wyatt
cast,
Earp. Yeah.
it's interesting. I'm gonna really wait for that to hit streaming, and I have to rewatch it to just see. Like, I think we have to do it and do. We have to do just like a
We
comeback
I'm
episode.
not watching it again. Not doing it.
We have
I'm
to
going to
do it.
whatever streaming service it goes out on, I'm going to unsubscribe from. I'll put it that way. That's what I'm going to do. That's how much, dude. I hate this movie. I don't know a bigger movie or a more popular movie that I hate. And it also like when it first came out, I was like, okay, it's gonna be like a 50-50 movie, and I don't like it. But, and some people side with me, some people don't. It's made me a bigger hater. People not admitting that they don't like it. It's made me dig my heels in it. I don't like it. I almost don't want to hate it that much, but everyone else is making me.
It also could be the thing like it's Spielberg, so people are like kind of scared to give it bad reviews.
It might be. It might be.
I don't know. That's one that's gonna be on the books. Is just like our biggest separation, and maybe we'll go back to it, maybe not. I think
Yeah.
I could convince you further down the line when it's not so
Yeah, when it's not.
fresh on the mind.
Yeah.
Maybe next year we'll just come back to it or something.
I'll be watching up until a star and a half.
So yeah, that's our tangent. It started off talking about Letterbox, and we got into full disclosure day discussion. We can get into so we had some good news over the weekend. If you want to get into that, and then we can get into we have a couple games to end with, and a couple of theater things coming out, and some streaming stuff we'll get into in a little bit. But over the weekend we had Comic Con San Diego, which we got to start getting these views up. Everyone, start following the TikTok, get our views going. We're trying to go to Comic Con, maybe get into one of these halls and see some of these special announcements. Who knows? That's up to you guys, the viewers. Um, so they brought out Lanterns, the cast that's coming out
Oh, did they?
August. Yeah, they had a little. I think it was the day before, like the big Marvel and
Hmm.
Hall H.
Yeah, so I didn't watch anything before you get into the weeds of it. I'm not a huge I like Marvel. I like superheroes. I wouldn't consider myself a fan because of the level of fandom it has. I don't think it's appropriate for me to say that I'm a Marvel guy at the level I enjoy it. So I knew that it was going on and I saw one thing, I would assume it's the biggest piece of news, and I don't know anything about it. So the Lanterns
Which
was just
is
saying it's coming out. Like nothing was groundbreaking, right?
no. I also didn't like. I try to avoid as much spoiler stuff as possible. Like apparently we'll get into it with the Marvel stuff. Like there was another trailer released that they showed a
Right.
special viewing of.
Mhm.
But they had Kyle Chandler and Aaron Pierre, I believe is how you pronounce his last name. These are two big roles in the upcoming Lantern series on HBO Max. Kyle Chandler is going to play Hal Jordan, and Aaron, it's got to be Pierre, unless it's some weird French way to pronounce it.
Well,
He's
yeah,
playing
yeah.
he's playing John Stewart. That comes out the 16th of August. I think the success of this show is really going to have a heavier impact on the DCU than it originally would have.
Is this part of that though?
Yes.
I didn't realize. I didn't realize it was connected. Okay.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank on his name. Whoever played the Green Lantern in Superman will make some appearances throughout the
Ryan
show.
Reynolds.
No.
Yeah, that's one
I
I'm
think this.
very excited for. I like you said, I also didn't watch anything on it. I saw a screenshot of both of them walking down like a dusty road when it first got announced. Other than that, I don't know why it's kind of blind. I really like both of them. I'm super pumped for that. Aaron Pierre, he was also in which I'm about to do a full 180 Rebel Ridge. Did you ever see that?
Mhm.
That one I really like that one. That one might be in my like top three of stream movies too. That was good. And he's also in he's in something else, but I really like him, so I'm excited to see him in more stuff.
I really liked Rebel Ridge, so I'm excited to see him like in this
Yeah,
level with being in DC.
and Coach Taylor, you can't mess with him.
No, I was actually. It's funny. I was starting to watch Game Night again because we just talked about. It. I was like, I gotta watch it.
Dude, it's
Uh,
so that's low key one of my favorite movies.
yes, but this comes out in what the 16th, so 2 weeks.
Wow.
I
You doing
think
week to
this.
week, or are you gonna try to wait it out and watch all at once?
I think I have. I think we have to go week to week because I feel like it's following Supergirl. This is huge for DC, and objectively, Supergirl was a flop. I would say, objectively speaking, like box office numbers wise, like
Oh,
I think it was a miss for DC.
yeah, I would think.
I mean, you also start with Superman, which we both think is good. I'm much higher on Superman than you are, but you
Yeah.
still enjoyed the movie.
I think that they still it's not a complete failure just because I think Millie Adcock was good in that. Like I don't think the movie wasn't good, but it wasn't her fault. So I think they're not in the worst spot after that movie. But I agree with you, they're not in a great spot.
I agree. That was my biggest takeaway. Is like I think she's going to be really good. I think they just need to write better stories.
Yeah, I mean she can't just she plays that great like hungover early 20 something great, but how many movies in a row can she just be hungover all movie? So like you have to give her something else.
So I think I'm hoping this is really good. I'm excited for it. I'm not getting my hopes up on it because, like we talked about earlier, I'm more of a try not to get too excited, and then if it sucks, I'm gonna be really upset.
Just prepare to hurt me.
But with this, yeah, that's what I mean. Like if I think it's gonna be ass and it knocks my socks off,
Yeah.
so this coming out, I think I'm gonna do week to week because I think it's gonna be all over everywhere, and it's gonna be so tough to avoid. I think I'm gonna have to try to watch it week to week,
I agree with you, yeah.
and then in late September, early October, we're gonna be getting Clayface from DC. So we got two big DC titles coming up that I'm super excited for, and I hope they do really good. I mean, I trust James Gunn. He has a good track record, so I hope he can get DC back on track. But turning to the other Comic Con news, which, as you guys can tell from behind me, there's some DC stuff in here. Marvel has my heart, it is my favorite, and I unfortunately am ride or die no matter what they give me. But this was a big weekend for upcoming news following the next 2 years. The casting of Ghost Rider, we
That's
have Ryan Gosling,
yeah.
which I think he's been fan cast a lot as Ghost Rider, and a lot of I think just like dumb comedy fan cast of him as the new Black Panther, which is just so dumb. But we got him as Ghost Rider, and that's going to be directed by Sean Levy, who just did Deadpool and Wolverine 2 years ago. That movie we won't get till 2028.
That still seems soon for like it just being announced that the casting.
Yes,
Yeah, there's no
which
shot.
I'm excited. I like Ryan Gosling. Obviously, this year he's had a big. It's been a big couple months for him with Project Hail Mary, and now he's cast as a role in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And then Sean Levy, I think he did a good job with Deadpool and Wolverine, so I'm excited to see what they do.
Yeah, I mean, I think I trust. The problem is the character's difficult to do, or else they would have already done him, right? Like that's why they're saving him. But I like Gosling, like you said, I trust him. And Sean Levy has like a lot of decent movies. You have Deadpool, Wolverine, Night at the Museum, Free Guy, Real Steel, Night at the Museum 2, Adam Project, The Internship. Like he has good movies. I don't know if he's the full director on these, but like he has a good list behind him. So I trust them both. So why not? Why won't it be good?
Yeah, and like you said, with like it's definitely a difficult character. We saw it in the early 2000s. They had Nicolas Cage, right? There's Nicolas Cage. So I think it was also tough. I talked about this the other day with one of my friends. I think they had such a clear vision with their phases that it was hard. And you saw with like some of the TV shows, they tried to introduce these side characters, and we only got one season of the show, like a character like Moon Knight, which I think is a really cool character. But we saw him one time. Shang-Chi, yes, we're going to see him in Doomsday, but that movie came out how many years ago? We've only
Spoiler.
seen him one time. It's not a spoiler.
Thanks a lot. Now
Been
that's the movie.
it's been on the news. It's been in the news forever. But I think they had such a clear vision with what they wanted to do early in the MCU that it was hard to try to just throw in these other characters. So
Yeah,
now that like we're getting to we're almost 2 decades in. I mean, it started in 2008, we're in 2026. I think we're coming to the end of the original characters. Like they're all getting older.
yeah.
I think I can slowly see them weaning them out. So bringing in these new characters, I'm
Not
very interested to see the future.
and not even just characters. I think we're getting into just a different era because you had that peak with the Avengers, right? And you had the people that talked about superhero fatigue. It's like sure for the everyday person, superhero fatigue for sure. But those person that people that are even a little bit above normal interested, there is no superhero fatigue. Yeah, if it's good, we want as much of it as possible. So there is no superhero fatigue. It just kind of fell off. But now we're looking back at both DC and Marvel because Marvel fell off too. Right? It's not just a DC thing. We're in the end game, right? Of it being shitty, and hopefully we're on our way out.
Yeah, and to that point, I think there's a difference between the DC fall off. There's a clear difference
But yeah,
between the DC fall off and the Marvel fall off. Like,
DC
yes,
just has so
Marvel
much more shit.
Marvel had that stretch of just like bad movies
Mm-hmm.
that like yes, that's where I think everyone that term superhero fatigue kind of hit is when we're like, oh shit, Marvel's projects aren't they don't feel like Marvel projects, right? They're not blowing you away in the box office. They're not drawing in that reaction.
They're just throwing shit in a box that we like, shaking it up and hope it hits, and it just wasn't
Yes, but that was the DCEU for its entirety.
from the start. Yeah.
They threw shit in the box and threw it at us, and it was just. I remember watching Man of Steel when it first came out. When I don't even know what year that was. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tough rewatch to go back. I rewatched it last year, and it just doesn't hit at all for me.
Yeah, I think I
Love
watched.
Henry Cavill. I think he's a great Superman.
Mm-hmm.
They were just done so poorly.
Yeah, those are the ones, like I said, because I'm a slightly above average superhero fan, Marvel DC. I don't even watch a lot of the DC stuff because I'm not into it enough to want to like it or want to watch it when I know people are saying stuff about it like that, usually.
Yeah, and I also think it was tough. Like they tried to do it in a time frame when you're coming off the tails of a Christopher Nolan trilogy, using arguably the biggest character in DC. It's Batman, Superman, 1 and 2, and whatever way you lean, it's 1A, 1B essentially.
Yeah, you can't,
But
even
you're
if you
coming,
think one, you have to admit the other one's right there. You have.
yes, coming off the tails of that, and then trying to do a DC universe with a completely different, like with a new Batman, everything. It's so hard to follow that. And I think it was tough to separate the two, which you have to, but it's hard to do. And
Hmm.
you get such great movies in the trilogy. And then you go to Batman v Superman, you're like, it just doesn't do it.
Yeah, I think that's one like you said before. Like you just have to know that, right? Going into it, you have to curb those expectations, or else you're really gonna hate those movies. Because at least if you go into it, like at least be decent, and it's decent,
Hmm.
it's fine. It's worth
And
an
I
hour and a half of your time, 2 hours of your time.
and I think the issue we're gonna run into is you're gonna have to do it again because we have Matt Reeves Batman.
Yeah,
That's not a part of the DCU, and you can't really have a DCU without Batman. So it's gonna be another one where like we're balancing two characters that are the same, completely separate, and I think that's where they're kicking themselves in the ass a little bit. Is just oversaturating.
yeah. I saw a good take about this too. I think it was on Lights Camera podcast or Barstool, whatever they're called now. And they said we don't have, and we haven't had in a while, a Batman that you can take your kids to. And I agree with that. I'm not saying that's the only Batman I want because it's not necessarily for me, but that could still be a fun movie and done well. That you can do this Matt Reeves Batman and also work on a Batman that you can take your kids to and that's not as serious. You know what I mean? And I don't understand why they don't go with that approach. Why Batman has to be this adult, which I'm such a stand on any movie, if you make it R, it's going to be better. So I don't want a PG-13 Batman, but it could be good, and I just don't understand why they're not even trying it.
I think, which is, I'm glad they're not jumping the gun. It's fun, James Gunn. I'm glad he's not like jumping the gun here and just trying to push out a Batman project.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely he's doing it right, but for the last 20 years, why haven't you done it?
I agree.
Yeah.
I think this one, I think with the way Superman is, I feel like it's gonna be obviously not a similar tone, like to a T,
Mm-hmm.
but of the same vein where it's you're gonna have a little, I think, a little more comedic relief with it, and like it's gonna be like that family, like you can bring your kid to go see Batman.
Yeah,
Because I've heard a lot about like they want to bring in like Robin
yeah.
and stuff like that. So I think it's gonna be in that same like kind of tone where it's not gonna be the Robert Pattinson that's like a dark, very ominous tone movie. Like that whole, I guess they have their own little universe within its own because they have the Penguin series that came out. So like
Mm-hmm.
that super dark tone, like I'm not gonna go take my kid to see that movie
Naughty
type
Batman.
of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would assume we're gonna get something a little more, I guess you could say, family friendly of a tone for this DC,
Mm-hmm.
but also still a little aggressive and out there. I mean, we've seen the Peacemaker show, so that one's definitely not for kids.
For sure not.
But I'm interested to see how that plays out. Going back into the Comic Con, the last piece, which I think two more pieces. Sorry, Haley Atwell, Peggy Carter is going to be in Doomsday. At
Wait, is
what?
Haley Atwell the real character's name or the real
That's
person?
the actress. Haley Atwell is going to. Are you looking up? You fact checking me?
Yeah, I just don't know who that is. No, no, no. I'm looking up who it was. I don't know who that is.
Peggy Carter is returning to the MCU. At what extent, I have no idea. It's probably going to be just a cameo dump in Doomsday with something with Steve, most likely. So that's a little fun
Wait, has
news
she
if you're a
played
big
the
Peggy
character
Carter
before?
fan. Yeah.
Okay, so her and her
And then
character are going to be in the
this,
movie. That was the news.
yes, Peggy Carter is going to be in Doomsday. That
Gotcha.
was the news. She's reprising her role.
Gotcha.
At what to what extent? Who knows? Just probably
Right.
just a grab to get people in. But the big news, and I think kind of rivaled with Gosling. I don't know. I guess it depends on what you're a fan of. We have the new Black Panther announcement, and the casting is David Johnson.
I did not see that.
Yeah,
Wow. Did they announce when
David,
we're expecting the movie or no?
2028 December.
Wow.
So he was just recently in The Long Walk, one of the major role in that film. So I'm interested to see how they're going to do this based on the way Wakanda Forever ended, with showing that T'Challa had a son. This is going to be him. It's going to be his son. So we're really jumping. I guess it's been what? When did that come out? 22, 23,
Wait,
maybe five
his
years.
son's
So
in
like,
it, right? It's like he's a kid.
yes, his son is in. Like they
Okay, and this will be
reveal in
that
the end of the
character.
movie that T'Challa has a son. Yes, is that's what I've seen at least. So it's a big jump because he was could have been maybe I don't even know how old the kid would have been in that.
It was a little bit. Yeah.
Um, but that's going to be him. And we have a new T'Challa. We have a new Black Panther, which is interesting to what they're going to do in these next two movies. Because apparently we're getting no movies between Doomsday and Secret War. So we're going to go an entire year, this December till next December, without a project, which I think is the right way to do it
Yeah,
with
which
how
probably
big
means
these
it's gonna
movies
be
are.
longer than a year because everything always gets delayed. So there's no shot that comes out next December.
It's already been like I think the date is almost confirmed.
Really? Okay, cool.
I think it's going to be like an Infinity War Endgame situation where they kind of just roll right into each other.
Okay.
So I'm assuming they probably have already begun shooting a good portion of Secret Wars. It would be my assumption if they're rolling it out in December of
Yeah.
2027. So we're not going to get anything in between these two movies. I mean, I'm sure they're going to put out shows of some sort. Like I feel like they're going to have some sort of project, but there's going to be no big movie release until after Secret Wars in 2027, which as of right now is the Ghost Rider movie and which would be the third Black Panther movie. Which I'm intrigued. That means I'm going to assume Shuri has to die because technically she is the Black Panther right now, so something's going to happen with her in these next two movies.
Well, they can. Didn't they
I mean,
pass it off before?
she could pass
Yeah.
it off,
Because she's
but
working with Tony and working with other Avengers. That's just she doesn't need it, kind of thing.
maybe. I don't know. I'm intrigued.
People are probably screaming right now because it's in the comics. Like, that's what a terrible take.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
how
I
can you
mean,
talk?
you're never gonna please everyone with these
Yeah,
movies. But I think those are two big castings. I like both of them. Gosling, I'm really excited for. I think I'm just excited to get a new character,
yeah, and
right?
then
Like something different.
yeah, same.
But David Johnson, I really like The Long Walk. I was higher on that movie than you
I
were.
was gonna say that's funny we said that earlier because that's probably the second biggest we were off. Is that
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that movie. It's an adaptation of Stephen King's book. I think he played great role in that.
that was
So
one I
I'm
didn't hate, I just didn't love, and then you loved it. So it's not like I thought it was
yeah.
terrible.
So I'm excited to see. I mean, it's Black Panther. It's it's Ryan Coogler again.
Yeah, he's a
So I don't think it's going to be a miss. But those are two huge casting and two big announcements from this past weekend,
yeah for
which
sure.
I'm excited for. I think it gives that juice a little bit back into like more excitement for
It
Marvel
does at
than what
least
we've had in
yeah.
the past 5 years.
Hmm.
Since honestly, No Way Home, I think was the biggest movie, and then I think last year kind of teased us a bit. Like Thunderbolts was enjoyable,
Yeah, it's fine.
Fantastic Four was solid.
Fine. Yep.
So off of that, that's all the news really we have. I know you want to talk about movies coming out, both on streaming and theater. We have in theater two big releases. I want to say big. I think two I want to go watch releases. And next week, One Night Only. Only. It's a rom com. I'm a sucker for a rom com, so I'm gonna go see it. And then the following week, we talked about in episode one, The End of Oak Street, the dinosaur movie with Ewan McGregor and Anne Hathaway.
Which
I'm
is
really
supposed to
excited for
be,
that.
which is supposed to be available for IMAX, but with Odyssey and especially the KOP projectors being broken and they're losing a bunch of showtimes, I don't think we're gonna be able to see it in IMAX. Not that it's a big deal, but it was supposed to be in IMAX. So I'm curious how that works on the back end too.
Yeah, it's always interesting to me, like how like obviously like Christopher Nolan, if he's like, hey, I want all of these IMAX screens, he's gonna get
Mhm.
them.
And especially not even that, but especially they're being sold out. Like you can't even get tickets to them. So why would they take them out now? But are they
Put them
obligated with
for
Oak
2 months.
Street? Like, is that a contract that they had to? Are they going to split time? I don't even know what they do there. It's one thing if like Oppenheimer's coming out in 2 weeks, but it's a movie that I would assume majority of casual moviegoers haven't heard of, let alone want to see.
Yeah, like this is for sure not a big name movie. The cast is solid. I mean, Anne
Yeah.
Hathaway and Ewan McGregor, it's two bigger names.
Hmm.
But as a whole, like title wise, it's like it's not a sprint out and go see it type of movie like we've had the past 2 weeks with Odyssey, and we have Spider Man coming up at the end of this week.
Yeah.
But I'm interested to see. I'm excited to watch both those. I love a rom com. I'm a sucker for them.
Hmm.
And then, like we said in episode one, dude, give me dinosaurs that look cool. I'm in.
Give me Domino's.
As for streaming, I haven't really seen anything new coming out, but we have a lot of recent streaming releases that were all movies that came out in theaters this year. So obviously we have the Dink in 72 Hours, which we just talked about earlier in the episode. Those were brand new stream movies that came out last Friday.
Straight to
But
streaming.
as straight to streaming.
Yeah.
as for the theatrical releases that came out earlier this year, we have big names that are out that you can go watch if for free as long as you have the subscription. It's not like you have to rent them. Obsession, which one of the
Dang.
biggest stunning stunners of the year. It's a shocking movie. Obsession's on Peacock. As of last week, Mortal Kombat 2 is on HBO Max. I don't know if anyone's a Mortal Kombat fan.
Still haven't seen it, but I plan to.
I'm not. I do plan on watching it. That is on HBO Max. Following that, I know you were low on it, but I've heard a lot of praise. The Drama with Robert Pattinson and Zendaya.
So that's one I watched and I didn't love, but I even said coming out of the movie, I think I need to watch it again.
That just came out on HBO Max. That one's on my list to watch. I've heard a lot of praise about that and their performances. They're two great actors. So
That's what, even though I didn't enjoy the movie the first, or not enjoy it, but I didn't love the movie the first time, both of them crushed it. Pattinson's slowly becoming my favorite actor.
he's done a lot of like Mickey 17 wasn't a great movie,
Yeah.
but like he's a good actor. Like he
He's a good
played the role
actor.
great,
And I'm
but it,
also a sucker. I don't care. He's an actor, right? He's pretending to be another person for a living. But I am such a sucker for those TikTok clips where he's just being like an absolute nut job in interviews. Like he'll blatantly lie about stuff and not care. Like I love him.
yeah, and I was never like a big Robert Pattinson fan. I was iffy about his Batman casting, and then I watched the movie. I
I
was
think a
like,
lot of people are. Yeah.
okay. And now, like I've seen, like you said, like the interviews and stuff. Like I've seen him off of the big screen, and
Hmm.
he is just becoming more of like just like a likable kind of guy that
Very
like
like
you
great.
kind of root
Yeah.
for his movies.
Especially, I've never seen any of the Twilights, so like I knew of him, but then he started to get some more serious roles, like you said. I'm like, where is he? Because he was off the grid for a while because of that, right? I'm sure he made a ton of money. He didn't want to be known for that anymore, and that's what else is crazy. How many times Batman 2 got delayed? When they cast him the first time, it was very controversial. Like, why is he there? Like, can he do it? And now he's one of the biggest actors in Hollywood, and the second movie's not even out yet. That's how many years in between the two movies there are.
It's also crazy, like with the Batman casting, because like we didn't know what kind of Batman we were getting, right? With him, like you can go so many different ways,
Oh,
especially
yeah.
based off the animateds and the comics. It's like
Especially
we
because
don't
he's
know
kind of
what.
funny, like you said, he's personable. He has a personality. So, like, are
Yeah,
they going that way with him? Like, you had no idea.
and they made him like the most like he's just a brute Batman. Like
Hmm.
yeah, he's a detective, but like when he's in the suit, it's like he's like very brutish and like it's so ironic because like when you look at him, just himself, he
Hmm.
doesn't give you that feeling, but like
Yeah,
in the movie, like he does the job.
because that's what
It's impressive.
I've always said. I like Batman. I just don't think I don't like it as much as other people do, which I wish I did. But I just think I just think he's a very good Batman, above, way above average Batman, but not a great Bruce Wayne for me. I just don't like
Yes,
the sad boy stuff. It just, I maybe
that's
just need to get used to it, but that's what didn't hit for me. But
I
I'm
agree.
first in line at Batman too.
That's fair. I mean, whenever that's going to come out,
Right? Yeah.
keeps getting delayed. And then three more. We have this is a fun one. I enjoyed this. It was a fun watch for me. I also remember watching this as a little kid and playing with the action figures. We have Master of the Universe. That's out on Prime now.
That's another one I'll be watching. I meant to catch it in theaters and just like didn't because it wasn't a priority, but I will be watching that.
Yeah, I'm planning a rewatch of that with my parents. This is a fun one. I remember growing up watching the animated cartoons. I have a Funko Pop. I got two of them actually right here. I'm a sucker for them. I think it was a good laugh. Wasn't the greatest movie I've seen.
Right.
I'm not telling you to run out and go see it or go run to
Must
Prime
be.
and watch it, but it's a fun watch. From if you just like some comedy and some action, it's a fun watch. Last two, I arguably for me, some of my favorite movies this year, and this could be the biggest sleeper of the year. We've talked about it. Sheep Detective. That's on Prime. It's been on Prime for a little bit, but I think that's such. It's a sleeper movie that it got a theatrical release this year. It's very well done, and it's crazy to say, like looking at the movie, you're like, there's no way this is good. It shocked me with how much I enjoyed this movie.
It is. That's like it's like we said earlier. It's a definition of enjoyable. Like it's definitely a kids movie, but it's fun and it's good. I've watched it. I watched it once in theaters, once again in streaming, and then my buddy's son slept over. He's 5.5, and he saw it on the TV when we're looking for movies. He's like, I want to watch the Sheep movie, and he watched it and he loved it. I watched it for the third time and still enjoyed it. Like it's such a fun watch.
And it's like when I first saw like about the movie, I was like, I'll watch it eventually, but like it
Hmm.
wasn't pressing.
Yeah,
And then when I watched it, I texted you immediately. I was like,
yeah,
I am shocked about how much I enjoyed that movie.
yeah,
And
and
I think it's more like I'm a sucker for like a little who done it type of movie.
yeah,
And
even if
then
it,
you give me
it
talking
has to be
sheep
Knives
too. I'm
Out.
like,
Yeah,
yeah,
and
I
it's
think it
funny
was
because
really well done.
that was another one that literally came out of nowhere. Like I heard nothing about it. The only thing I knew about it is the poster was outside of a movie theater that we go to, and it was there, and it was like months early. And my buddy and I, Ryan, that go, we thought it was like a fake poster because there was nothing to put in there now. Like we just thought it was some like how they put the pictures in the picture frame just to fill it.
Hmm.
Or we thought it was that. Like that's the most ridiculous thing. Like they're just trying to be over the top crazy. And then we saw a trailer for it a couple months later when we were seeing a movie. We're like, I can't believe that's real. Well, that's gonna be dog shit. And then we see it and love it.
I would be. I'll put my hand on it right now. Like if you watch this, I think it's going to be one of the most shocking movies you watch this year with how much you enjoy it. For whoever's listening, I stand on this movie. I think it's a
Yeah.
fun watch.
And if you don't like, it's not a kids movie, but if you're looking for something serious, it's far from serious. So
Far
don't.
from serious.
It's goofy. It's turn your
It's
brain
like you
off.
said, it's definition of just enjoyable. You turn your brain off, you watch it, you get into the who done it, and you just kind of you have some good laughs here and there. It's a good movie. And then the last one, arguably one of the biggest movies of the year, Project Hail Mary is on Prime. It's been on there for a couple months, month and a half maybe. I definitely recommend you go watch that movie. Ryan Gosling puts on a great performance, and I recommend for sure to go see that, or not go see it, but watch it at home. But that is all I have on what's out and available to watch. You got movies coming out. Obviously, the big one in 2 days. We got Spider Man Brand New Day. And I know I talked about it all episode how I don't want to get excited because I don't want to be disappointed.
Yeah, I mean it's impossible for you not to curb your expectations for that.
All week, I've just been counting down the days till Friday so I can go watch this movie. I'm so excited. I've been dodging spoilers left and right. So many people are talking about it that have gone to like early premieres. I'm like, la 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 la, like scrolling past everything. It's like, I don't want to know anything.
Yeah, I'm seeing it. I have tickets Friday to see it in just regular format, and then it was actually filmed for Screen X, which is a Regal specific format. I've seen it once before. It was that last Jurassic Park movie that I'm not going to name because it's not part of the series, but it's the regular screen. I think it's a little bigger than a normal screen, but then the two sides are screens as well, so it's more immersive when especially when you sit up front, you have the full peripherals. So it was actually filmed for that. So I'm gonna go.
I think that's going to be really fun, especially with the swinging scenes.
Yeah, and like when he's like
And
when
like,
the city. That's what I'm hoping for is like a big city swinging scene where you have skyscrapers going by.
yeah, I think that'll just be visually just pleasing to watch. Yeah, I'm watching it Friday night, and then I'm definitely gonna go try to see it again next week. I might actually take my little cousin to see it. She's a big Spider-Man fan, and she loves Tom Holland, so definitely gonna try to watch this and enjoy it as much as I can in the theater. So to wrap things up, we're back on our games. We skipped last week because we just went on and on and on about Odyssey and how good Christopher Nolan was. So we have two games for you this week. We have a Keep Three, Cut Three Spider-Man edition, and we wanted to try something new, which I think if it all goes well, we'll continue to do with some of these newer releases. A little trivia where as we watch a new movie, we just think of some questions that like to see if you remember, try to stump the other person. So we chose the Dink, obviously, it's the new one we watched. We weren't going to do 72 hours, that's for sure. Um, so we both have 5 questions for the Dink, and so for Keep Three, Cut Three, the way we set this up was I picked any 6 Spider-Man movies I wanted, So it would be any of the live actions and then including the two Spider-Verse movies. So I picked any of the six to give Tyler in any order, and he picked his six to give to me. So we might not have all of the same. It would be funny if we did, but I don't know if we do. So I'll start. I'll read them off to you. Do you want me to start?
Yeah, so you're gonna give me six. I'm gonna tell you which three I'd keep, which three I'd get rid of.
Yes, but I'm going to do it one at a time, and then you give me your answer right
Okay,
away.
gotcha.
So, first movie, Spider-Man Homecoming.
Keep
So that'd be
immediately.
the
Any Tom Holland's automatically keep for me.
second one, Spider-Man 2, Tobey Maguire. It's the one with Doc Ock.
I think I'm gonna keep that one. My problem is I don't love the older Spider-Man before Tom Holland. That's my problem with this. I think I'm gonna be turn myself into a corner here, so I'm gonna trash that one.
You're going to cut Spider-Man 2.
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like I'm falling into your plan. I don't like this. I don't know. I know you got something up your sleeve, and I think I just did it.
The second one I have is TASM 2, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 with Andrew Garfield.
And what's that one? Just give me any detail about that movie.
Uh, Gwen Stacy's death.
Oh, I'll keep that one just because that way I can keep it and keep sending you the video.
Yeah, by the way, TASM 2 gets probably the most hate out of all the Spider-Man movies as a whole. I didn't hate it as much as everyone else. This motherfucker keeps sending me edits of it's literally edits with music of her death every time. So it's just her falling and then you hear the crack of when she dies and it cuts into a crazy edit. He sends them to me every single time. I woke up one time to it and it's just the saddest thing to see when you first wake up is just her dying. And he does it to me every fucking
Just
time.
it dying and then you just hearing sick dubstep at the end and then it
Yeah,
goes like
dude, it's
football highlights,
insane.
like, the most random. It's so fun.
I
So
will give it to the people on TikTok. Those edits are sick, but fuck you guys, stop using that scene.
yeah, send them to me.
All right, so far we're three in. You have kept Spider-Man Homecoming. You have cut Spider-Man 2, Tobey Maguire, and kept TASM 2 with Andrew Garfield. Your fourth movie is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. It's the first one.
This is gonna be such a hot take. My issue is I don't want to trash this one if you have another Tom Holland one because I would like to keep that open for a Tom Holland one. But I like this. I like the Spider Verse ones better than the first two iterations of Spider Man, but less than Tom Holland. I'm gonna trash it.
Okay, so we cut Into the Spider-Verse. I think that plays into what you like because the fifth movie is Spider-Man No Way Home, which is the third one from Tom Holland.
Wait, that's your next one?
Yes, the fifth
Yeah,
one is Spider-Man No Way Home.
that's probably my favorite one of all of them.
Fair. A lot of people dislike it because they think it's just nostalgia
Oh, I'm
slop.
sorry, No Way Home. No, I like Far From Home the best.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I'm not as high on Far From Home. I think it's also on rewatch, is what I gave it a much lower score than I remember
Mhm.
watching it the first time. But we'll get into that when you give me mine. So far, with one left, you've used all three keeps. You have kept Spider-Man Homecoming, TASM 2, and Spider-Man No Way Home. You have cut Spider-Man 2 with Andrew Garfield, or not Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire. You've cut Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and your last cut is Spider-Man 2002, the original Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I actually think that would be the list if I saw it anyway, so I'll live with that.
So you did a good job then. You didn't fall into my traps. I also didn't realize that you disliked the original ones as much.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna give you insider information. Make it look silly.
That's fair.
All right,
To change up my order a little bit.
I got Spider-Man: Homecoming,
I'll keep it.
Spider-Man One, first one,
Keep.
The Amazing Spider-Man, first one.
TASM 1,
Yeah,
cut.
Spider-Man Two.
Toby,
Yeah.
keep.
Wait, was that the first iteration? Toby?
Yeah,
Right. Yeah. Okay. Keep. No Way
so
Home.
that's my three keeps. I'm done. I used my three keeps already.
Oh, that's right. So you cut No Way Home and Into Spider-Verse. So if you are mad at me, be mad at him because he got it too.
That's fine. I'm not as high on. I think the animateds are good, but I'm not as high on them.
People love those.
They think it's the best things from Marvel. Like they have it top 5 in Marvel, including the entire MCU. I've seen people have that on their list. I'm not as high. I think I like animated movies more than you do.
Yeah, as a
I'm
whole.
not as high. Like I don't get me wrong, they're good movies. I'm
Yeah,
a sucker
I
for the
don't
live
dislike them by
action.
any means.
I
Yeah,
like the live action much more.
right.
I think the Toby ones are like nostalgia. Like 1 and 2 were auto keeps for me. I think maybe did you say No Way Home or Far From Home?
That I gave you
Yes.
Homecoming and No Way Home.
So we had the same list then, pretty much. Except I had TASM 2, you had
Yeah.
TASM 1. That's
Well,
fine.
that is funny. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. So yeah, I think maybe swap Homecoming and No Way Home, but that's like a 50-50 coin toss for me. But other than that, I'm
I would do
completely
too. That's
happy.
exactly
Like
what
that,
I would. Because those are my top
I
three. My top three. The top are Holland movies.
I'm not as high. I don't get me wrong. I love Tom Holland. I love his movies.
Mm-hmm.
I just think the Toby nostalgia. Like I think Spider-Man 2 is fantastic. Like Doc Ock, like Alfred Molina is fantastic as Doc Ock in that movie. I that could be my favorite Spider-Man.
What is?
Spider-Man 2
Really?
with Toby. Yeah,
Yeah, I just wish I didn't get into superhero movies till like I think Iron Man was the first like
that's
real. I just wasn't a superhero.
fair.
I don't know why I missed out on all the
I
superheroes and
think
stuff.
that's obviously why like we vary. Is I was the nostalgia of those. Like I remember when I was a little kid watching those movies. Like I love those movies. So naturally they are higher for me. I think we both made out well. Like I said, No Way Home and Homecoming could have 50-50 coin toss. But I'm happy with those. I think it was good keep 3 cut 3 for
Yeah,
our first iteration. Okay, so let's get into the second one. This one, how do you want to do it? Do you want to do all 5 questions each or do you want to go
yeah,
back and forth? All 5 each?
yeah.
All right, so I have 8 just in case we ran into doubles. So you can read first.
Okay.
So reminder for everyone, this is all from the Dink.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen it, I don't really know if it's going to give much away, but you can tune out at this point.
All right. I'm gonna try to give these to you easier to harder. Okay. I'm gonna try my best. Who gave him the nickname the Hammer? Not a good start.
No, it's not a good start. Was it himself or his dad? His dad, right? His dad. I'm going to go with his dad.
All right. One for one.
Nice. I don't know why I panicked so hard on that one.
It's one of those like it's on the spot. It's like when people ask what my favorite movie is. I'm just like, I've never seen a movie
Dude, this
before.
is a problem. It's like game night. Like if we
Yeah.
play like a game night, like I know the answers, but as soon as
Mhm.
I'm on the spot, complete
Yep.
panic.
All right, good start though. One for one. So at the beginning of the movie, he talks about it opens and it's like there's the greatest of all times in all these sports. Like there's the best athletes or competitors ever. He lists four of the greatest competitors ever. Who are they?
Damn, I should have paid more attention to the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, it's like the first 15 seconds of the movie.
Yeah.
And it's
MJ on there?
what?
MJ?
I'll give you
LeBron.
LeBron.
Okay.
That's the
It was
second.
one of the
That's the
two.
second one.
All right. You give me bonus points if I got them in order.
Yeah, I would have.
Uh, Wayne Gretzky.
No.
Dude,
You
I'm gonna be
got one
so
more.
bad.
You get three strikes. It's fine. You got one more.
Tiger Woods.
No.
Okay,
It
I'm gonna
went.
go kill myself.
Brady, Braun, Joey Chestnut himself.
Fuck, I knew it. It was something stupid. I couldn't remember what the first one was. I knew it was dumb. All right, 1 for 2.
Yeah, you want to hear dumb? Wait till this one. What kind of car does he offer if he misses the quarter, and how many miles does it have on it?
1999 Buick LeSabre.
Yeah, how many miles?
Under 200 miles or something like that.
I need a final answer.
Fuck. I think he said less than 200 miles on it.
It's under 200,000 miles. So like I'll
That's
give you half
that's
credit.
I did
I'll
I
give
say
you.
200?
I'll give
I
you.
meant 200,000. Fuck.
I'll give
I
you
was
half.
on it.
Yeah, you were. I'll give you
But I
point
gave
seven
you the
five.
year.
I'll give you 0.75 for that.
I knew that was going to be a question you had. That's why I did extra. This is the first one I put down.
Oh really?
Hmm.
What was the website that Ben Stiller recommended?
Sticky honey.
It is. I tried to look it up. Not a real site. What did you say? Um, what celebrities did he show playing pickleball when the pickleball guy was advocating at the uh,
Is this the last one?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yeah.
Okay. Jamie Foxx,
Yep.
Taylor Swift,
Yep.
and there's one more, right? Is there
No.
three?
Two. He said the Mendez brothers were played tennis before they killed their parents.
Yes. I'm
Yeah.
trying to remember.
There you go. No, you got it.
It was just those two?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if you were going to include the Mendez brothers
No, 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 because
because
they said
they
they played
technically
tennis.
he included that, but yeah,
Yeah.
he said tennis.
So you went 1, 2, 3. You went 3.75 out of 5.
I'll take that.
That's not bad. First one out the
Nah,
way.
it's a good one. You watched this today, so you have this fresh in your head. Okay, I had to cross two off my list.
Why? I used two of them.
Yeah,
Which two? What was the other one?
sticky honey. As soon as we came up with this game, this was the first two things I thought of. Like, this would be a fun little one that they
Yeah.
mentioned a handful of times, but not enough
Mm.
to be like,
I was pissed because he mentioned it once at the doctor's office, and then he brought it up like 2 or 3 more times, or 1 or 2 more times after that. I was like, nah, it might be too easy.
all right. I'm gonna try to go in order of easiest to hardest.
Yeah, I don't really know if I did that, but I tried.
Okay, so when towards the end of the movie when they're doing the duel and Neil wins, but then he's like, "All right, you're up. I choose you instead." When he goes to Ben Stiller's office, he finds out Neil dies. How did Neil die?
Like gets killed by. Oh no! Wait, how's he die?
Yes.
His wife runs over his head, pulling him to the driveway because he's attacked by a great horned owl in the attic, and he jumped out the window to escape it. Hooty
I
hoo!
was
Hooty
trying to trick
hoo!
you on that one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I was
And
trying
maybe
to trick you on that one.
when you first started the question, I was like, I don't even know what he's talking about. And then you
I was
said,
trying to
yeah, yeah, yeah.
jog your memory a little bit, even though you just watched it today. What court number is
16.
the pickleball? Okay. Fuck, you're gonna nail these. I'm fucked. 2 for 2. What is the name of the tennis club?
Oh, that's such a good question. That is such a good question. It starts with
Because
a
they
W.
might say it 5 times, but it's
Oh,
always on the shirt.
it's always not sure. I didn't even know they said it. Is it to start with a W? Is it a tree?
If it is a tree, I'd be news to me.
I'm not gonna get. Just tell me what it starts with, though. It won't count.
An N.
Mannerhorn.
No.
What is it?
Mount Crest
That's a
Tennis Club.
really good question.
When I watched it, I was like, I had to go back today to like double check. They
Mhm.
say it like maybe 5 times,
That's crazy. I don't remember them
but
even.
it's always on the shirts and like the
Yeah,
signs.
that's what I
It's like
think. That's a really. I can't even get mad at that one. That's a good question.
when. So it's like it's. We'll see how the points lay out. How you answer this question. When did Dusty play Andy Roddick for the first time? What was the name of the event and or year?
Oh my god. It wasn't even a. Oh yeah, because it's when he first went pro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna know the name of it. It's not the Open, is it? All right, then I'm gonna go for year. 19. It's not even the 19s. Wow, what is it?
Do you want the whole thing?
Yeah, you can hold thing. I don't know.
Vera Beach Classic 2000.
I was gonna say 1992. That's another good question. Wow. Okay.
So you're 2 for 4. This is a fun one. What was the name of the playlist that she gives him?
Oh, Co- Country Girls. Girls. Is it Country Girls? I'll lock that in.
Don't
Girls,
lock that in.
girls country,
I'll
country.
tell you, you're close. Think of it like context clues.
Is girl in it?
Girl is in it, so I'm
No.
saying use your context clues.
I can't get off girls. I just know the girls in it. That's the only part I remember.
Yeah, context clues. I'll give you one more stab at it. Think of it. It's a country playlist. Girls is in it. Think. I really want to give you a half a point.
What is it? I wouldn't have taken it.
Cowgirl classics.
I wouldn't have got it. It wasn't even close. Nope. All right, well, I'm not giving you a 0.75. We tied.
Fucking asshole.
Damn. So I went 2. You had 3.75.
Yep.
All right. 1-0. That's a good start.
Damn. Come on. I guess, dude. I guess those first two were just layups. I know. I was nervous. I was like, "Fuck, he's dialed," but they weren't that bad. I thought like they only mentioned court 16 a couple times. I was like, maybe
Yeah.
I just throw them off. Like it could be any number.
It's only because it cut because of the coin flip scene. That's where I really remember it.
Yeah.
You like cut up that long.
Damn, that was good. I like that.
That was good. That's a fun one.
I was originally gonna say what is Dusty's friend's name. I had that at the bottom of my list as like a throwaway question, but we mentioned it already in the beginning. I was like, I can't
I
use
still don't remember which shape here, PJ.
it. It would have been a coin toss.
Did you have any extras that you didn't use?
Um, that one was what's the name of Dusty's friend?
I also didn't. You could have asked me what his name was. I
Oh,
would have never remembered
this
his
was
name.
another one. You might get this one. What was the movie that they watched?
Oh, that's such Dustin Hoffman with the weird nose. It's one word. Damn it. I don't know the movie.
Me
Like
either.
I've never seen it, but it's one word. Damn, that's another good one. Give me the first letter.
G.
I was gonna say G. That doesn't help. Fuck. I don't know. Graduation. Graduate.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, so we'll call it tie.
Damn, so I did kind of good.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
did.
I'm shocked I stumped you.
I am too. Those were really good questions. I can't even argue they were like too hard too or too niche. They were right on.
I think they like played like right in the middle ground.
You don't want them too easy.
The one I did think about having one. I was like, "What's the shoes that he wears?" It was the biggest like marketing shot. It happened twice in the movie.
I
It
mean,
was like product placement.
yeah, but then it can't be Nike, right? Or else you wouldn't ask that.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't even remember it.
They were Reeboks. They
Yeah,
showed it one time when in the beginning when he's playing tennis.
Mm-hmm.
I think one time when he's playing pickleball. It was like just like the product placement, like
Yeah, I
would just
usually catch
zoom in
them.
on like his step. I was
Nah,
like, that one's probably too hard. It only happened twice. Like I'm not gonna do it, but I thought about using that.
that probably would have been fair. I probably would have argued about that one a little more, but
Fair.
I'm
That's
glad
why
you
I
did.
didn't write it down.
Yeah,
I kept it clean. Played a clean game.
that's
Played a
all we
clean
ask.
game.
That's all we
That
ask.
is all we ask. All right, so that'll do it for episode 3. It's definitely our longest one. But,
I do have one more thing.
okay,
Because we were talking earlier about physical media. I'm doing a theater in my house, so I'm really working on my physical media. I got some. Show off real quick.
this
Ready for this? We got Bad Santa,
classic.
unrated. Ted 2,
Mm,
banger, unrated.
unrated. See a trend here.
Hitch. Which this is a good scene where his face gets fucked up and he has to take allergy medicine. Not 72. The fact that they stole that scene from this pissed me off even more. Scumbags. Hall Pass, unrated,
Ice.
and then Paddington,
Wow. Okay.
and then Despicable Me 2.
Banger.
Banger. So I've actually never seen Paddington. People always joke it's like a perfect movie. They talk about how good it is, and I've never seen it because I don't really like. It's not animated, but it falls under the
Hmm.
animated umbrella. So I saw that and I was fine. Like, might as well. I'm gonna watch it anyway. Add it to the list.
That's a good list.
Yeah, it's a solid 6.
I did. Speaking of the Despicable Me, I just went and saw Minions and Monsters in 3D on Friday.
I don't know.
I don't care.
You want to talk about? I feel like we should cut that.
Why?
The fact that you saw Minions in 3D.
I don't give a fuck. I'll say it proud. I
Yes.
enjoyed it. Dude, it's a good movie. It's a good
I
laugh.
love I mean, it's got to be. They've made a million different iterations of them.
They can do whatever they want with them. They're amazing, dude. Honestly, it's crazy. It's gonna sound insane, dude. As like the slapstick humor of the Minions is like that's what you expect. I kind of love the plot of the movie.
Do they? Do they speak?
Minionese.
But that's so they don't speak English at all.
There's English words. It's like Spanish, English. Like they throw random shit out.
But you don't understand. Like that doesn't drive the plot
No, you've
dialogue.
no
They don't speak at all
barely
that you can understand. I mean, like that you
correct.
that they have no dialogue. I should say. Do other people in the movie? And they just speak to them, and then they speak back,
They understand what they're saying. Yeah,
so how do you, as the viewer, understand that? I mean, it's for kids; it can't be that complicated. I just don't
it's
get.
pretty direct of what they're trying to say.
Okay, because that's a big everything I see. I've only watched Despicable Me the first one. I'm gonna get to two soon because I have it on Blu-ray. But I don't. That's why I don't understand how they're doing the movies. That they're
This
just
is gonna sound
on
insane.
deep bopping.
You need to watch all of the Minion. Not even Despicable Me, the Minion movies. There's three of them,
I'm not watching three Minion movies.
dude. It's
I watch 20 minutes of one that you pick, and I'll do that.
can I pick the 20 minutes that you
Yeah.
watch?
Yes, you may.
Perfect. It'll be the Minions movie with King Bob. It's the greatest.
Deal. I will watch 20 minutes.
I told you last summer we went down the shore, came home hammered, and watched that movie the entire weekend
Yeah.
from after watching it, just dying laughing. It's good. But dude, I'll tell you this to be brief, and so we can end this episode. It's going to be our longest one. The plot of this movie is almost like a love letter to Hollywood
I
and
have heard people
cinema.
talking about that. Yeah, which
It's
that would be
so
my
cool.
only interest to watch it.
And George Lucas is in the movie for like 5 seconds, which is insane. That I don't even know why he's doing this. It had to be for like his grandchildren or
That's
something.
what I saw because Scorsese has been doing random stuff too. It's got to be for the grandkids and just
Yeah,
to be able to
it's a
idolize it.
hilarious part.
Yeah, so I do. I'm not. It's not high on my list, but that is the new one is something I would watch because of the.
Yes, it's honestly they do like little shots that like do homages to like big scenes in cinema history. That I'm just like, damn, like that's a crazy touch that kids obviously aren't going to pick up on, but like
Yeah,
for people like older and usually it's parents who go to see this, but whatever that you'll pick up on. I like it. I love it. I don't
the
care.
fact that a generation. These are just examples. I don't know if they use this, but the fact that kids are going to be growing up that they saw that movie in theaters and they're going to grow up in whatever 10, 12 years and maybe eventually watch like Casablanca. I'm like, wait, did they get that from Minions and Monsters? Like that's their first exposure to some of these most iconic cinema scenes. I guess it is cool. It's just funny to see.
For sure. That's why, dude, I genuinely left the theater like me and Seamus loved it.
Hmm.
There is a part where they're rambling on in Minionese, and then they just randomly say miso soup, like full, just like miso soup, and me and Seamus were just cracking up because it's a bunch of gibberish, and then you just get that one word that you actually understand, and it just hit. It hit in that scene. It was awesome. Fuck, I wanted to talk about this. We're 2 hours in. Might as well keep going. I told you a theater experience. It's a Friday night. We wanted to go see Odyssey. Couldn't get tickets. So we landed on Minions and Monsters in 3D. Naturally, that's the second
Naturally,
choice.
two cinematic masterpieces.
There's maybe 20 people in the theater. Me and Seamus, parents and their kids behind me. One of the little kids was running around a little bit. Not going to say anything. It's a kid's movie.
It's
It
moving.
wasn't enough to disturb the peace.
Right.
But 5 seats down, similar to your experience in The Invite,
Uh huh.
we have a couple, they had to have been like 16 to 18 years old. There's no way they were younger for what they were doing, and there's no way they were older because. So, like you said, in The Invite, you had a couple that were sitting on her lap.
Hmm.
Obviously, in AMC, you have the double seat where you can lift it up and make it a big seat,
Oh,
essentially.
that's right. Yeah, yeah.
That was lifted up. This girl was on his lap. But I would like look over to my right occasionally to grab my soda and take a sip because I didn't have anyone next to me, so I did the cup holder next to me, get some more
Okay.
room for my
Right.
arms. So I would look over to my right, grab my cup, and I'd see, dude, they're like kissing each other's neck throughout them. Like we're in the minion. There's a little kid running around behind
Some
you.
respect for cinema.
What are we doing? Like, okay, cool. Like I get, like, bring a blanket, arm around,
Yeah.
whatever. Enjoy the movie. But you're sitting on his lap, you're kissing each other. What are we
It's too
doing?
much. Too much.
It's the minions.
I just don't. You know what I think the problem is? It's the beginning of the movies. It's they do that thing where it says silence your phones and whatever. I don't know what trajectory the general population has been taking the last couple of years that we're so far off the norms. I feel like they need to do like a full like scene or something explaining what you can and cannot do in theaters now, because I think people think as long as their phones are quiet they can do whatever they want. It's like don't go on your phone, don't have softcore sex next to my friend trying to watch Minions, don't talk. Like what are we doing? I don't get it. The movie theaters are still the movie theater.
The only noises I want to hear during a movie that's not audibly coming from the speakers is ha-has and gasps. That's it.
I don't need your 2 cents.
No.
I don't need the holy shits. I don't need any of it.
No, I don't need the, oh my god, don't go in there. Like, during
Yeah.
horror movies, like, no, I don't need any of it.
They're going in there.
I
It's a
need,
horror movie. They're gonna go in.
they're doing it.
They're gonna
I hate to break it to you, that's what's happening.
they're going in and they ain't coming out.
Correct. I need ha-has and I need gasps, and other than that, I need nothing else.
Yeah. Again, stop being scumbags in movie theaters. Can't say it enough.
Correct. Like, there's no reason we're out here making out in the middle of the fucking Minions movie.
Yeah, take
Why?
that shit to the arcade, dude. Go hop
I
in
was
the
even
roller coaster.
fine, like, granted, I went to go see a kids movie. There's a little kid who ran around like
Yeah,
four
that's fair game.
times.
Fair game.
Whatever. But you can't be dogging each other in the Minions movie. That's just, in any movie, but let alone a kids movie, is crazy. That's my 2 cents on movie theater. I mean, I think it's gonna just start to be a common occurrence with our theater reviews. Is we're just gonna have some sort of story because it just seems like
Dude,
there's no way around it.
I might just quit my job and wear like a Batman mask, or so, maybe just make it my own and just sit in the. I have unlimited anyway, and I don't use the full potential. I might just sit in the back of theaters and just be strict movie police. Like if I had like maybe like a little flat, like a little hit, yo, turn it off, and just monitor movie theaters to make the theater experience a better place. Someone has to do it. Or
I
you know what they should do?
I don't hate it.
They should do the stadium thing where you can text and tell on people. That's what they should do. Hey, I'm in XX.
Bro F.
Yeah, bang
Yeah.
bang. Yep. Get him out of
Bro
here.
F seat 6.
Yeah.
They're fucking. Get
I'm
them out of
I'm
here.
there to watch a movie. I'm an unlimited member. This person bought tickets 20 minutes ago and is watching Olivia Dunn Snapchats on his phone. Get him out of here. I pay to watch this movie. He doesn't care. Get him out.
I agree. There's got to be something.
We'll do something. We'll work on it. I'll figure it out.
I
Oh,
think I just
also,
have. Go ahead.
speaking of a quick shot, I don't want it to go under the radar. Shout out to the GOAT and the future 2026 NFL MVP and Super Bowl champion Justin Herbert on getting engaged. I'm sure
I
he's
can't wait to just cut this part of the
he's
podcast so it
he's
never sees the light of day.
he subscribed. Shout out Justin. That's up.
Honestly, if he subscribes to the podcast, I don't care. That'd be so sick.
If you subscribe to the podcast, will you become a Chargers fan?
Yes.
Oh, we are few numbers, so a +1 would be huge.
You get that fucker, and it's got to be a verified Justin Herbert account. Him himself.
Yeah.
To subscribe to this podcast,
No
I will
problem.
buy a Justin Herbert that day. The second that notification pops up, I will buy a Justin.
Fair, you heard it here. Chat, clip that. Perfect.
I'll say it. As long as he shows it us to all his Chargers friends. But all right, that's it for episode 3. We went on for a while. We covered the Dink. We covered Marvel news. We covered the future of Letterboxd, Comic-Con, all the releases out now on streaming. Please, if you don't go to the movie theaters, go watch some of these movies that are out on streaming. They, I think, to me, are all worth a watch in some fashion, whether it's a turn your brain off and enjoy or actually just a really good movie. And then next week, massive one. I think it's going to be a big one for me. I'm already giddy to see the movie. I'm going to be super giddy to get on here and talk to Tyler and talk to you guys about Spider-Man Brand New Day in theaters Friday. Hopefully I get this episode out tomorrow so people can watch it before Friday. Anything else? All right. Well, until next week, have a good one.